What's up, everybody? Hopefully somebody's here. Um, so this is the live hangout for, I guess a bunch of people had questions or wanted me to do a video on how I, hang on, just started, sorry. Sorry, very new at this live stuff, so. Yeah, so please leave some questions you have. I'm not sure where to start since this is live. I was just going to do a video, but I would like everybody to see what I'm saying. So I don't know if that's going to be possible at this moment. Not even sure if anybody's here. Probably not. So yeah, ask some questions if you guys want to know how I do this hobby, how I buy this stuff I do, and pretty much don't have any skin in the game, I guess you would say. So, hey, Inside UFO, what up? So somebody's here. So yeah, I would like this to be as interactive as possible. Otherwise, it's going to be boring as shit. So please just ask as many questions as you want. I guess to get started is you got to be disciplined, I guess you would say. If you're not disciplined, you're not. Hey, what up, Midwest? Yeah, if you're not disciplined, then this video is definitely not for you. You can probably just leave now. You got to be very disciplined with your money. What up, Tat? So what I would suggest is do not charge anything to your credit cards. Set up your PayPal account and just go from there. And you don't spend any money that's you don't have. You can get pretty pricey pretty quick. I know that's the first thing. Now, when you're first starting off, you obviously will have some investment, startup costs, stuff like that. You got, like I said, you got to be disciplined. You got to be diligent. You got to find the good deals. Got to treat it as pretty much like a second job almost. You got to. I look at eBay probably 3 or 4 times a day. I have a categories I have set up. You just gotta be diligent. You gotta find. I read websites. I find what's going to be hot, what I think might be hot. I go try find those at my local comic book shop. If I can't find them there, I check on eBay, Amazon, and then I flip them. Like I buy them for $3, hopefully $3 or $4, and sell them for $30 or $40. And a couple of those adds up to getting the bigger book you want. You definitely have to get into grading, unfortunately, because you can quadruple your price of selling a comic if it comes back a super high grade. So any questions at this point? Yeah. Yeah, definitely Inside UFO. I think that's everybody's problem. I know it was my problem when I was first starting. I was just spending $20 here, $20 there, charging them a credit card. It really didn't matter. And before I know it, I was like $400, $500 in the hole. But and you got to find your niche. I think that's another thing you got to do. I'm into modern variants. So if you guys want to be in the older stuff, that's fine, but you got to find your niche. You can't collect everything. There's just no way. You would be A, going insane trying to collect everything, B, losing all your money because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, as they say. And just collect what you love to do. If you love something, you'll have the passion for it, and you'll find that it is better to collect something that you have a passion for than just trying to collect what everybody else is trying to collect. I collect covers mainly. I'm more of a collector than a reader as well. and I'm a minimalist. I only have one long box full, and that's it, and the stuff on my wall, and then everything else is up for sale or trade or flipping. Trading is another good way to do it. There's lots of good YouTubers on here, Instagram, Facebook. Seems like everybody's on the comic book fanatics page. So yeah, I mean, but I think the main thing is being disciplined. You've got to be disciplined. You just can't start spending stuff left and right, or you'll, like I said, be in the hole very quickly. So is there any questions you guys have specifically? I know I'm just rambling here, so I'm trying to get my thoughts together, but if there's any specific questions, please let me know. I tell you exactly what I do. It's not okay. So Inside UFOs, thanks for being the first one. He says, "Get off here, Katie." Says, any problems you had setting up to start selling? Yeah, I mean, money is always it's always an issue. So, sorry, she's got me off track. Crazy lady. So yeah, to get started, I mean, you're going to have an investment. I think when I first started, I bought. I had $200 that I wanted to spend, so I went out there and went to my local comic book shop and tried to find some stuff that I knew I could flip pretty easily for $200. I'm pretty sure I lost that. There's no way. I mean, you're going to be, until you find your niche, you know what you're trying to get into, it's going to be pretty difficult to flip a lot at first. So you're going to, like any business you start up, it's going to be a losing battle there the first until you find your groove, I guess you would say. It took me about a year to find my groove, I guess. But then after that, it's pretty easy. I'm sorry. Say you inside. I hope that I answered your question, Inside UFO. If not, let me know. So Jolly Rangers has a question. It says, completely off topic, but what should I do to get a comic book shop? Oh, wow. I'm not a entrepreneur to get a comic book shop in your area. Like, you want to start the comic book shop is what I'm guessing you're asking. I wouldn't rent space. That's just over an eBay store and not have the overhead. You can start a business out of your house at first and see how it goes. See if you're any good at starting a business. Just having an overhead of rent is too much pressure, I would say. You know, you got to pay your rent, you got to pay your landlord, you got to pay your customers, you got to pay your customers. That would be awesome. That's a bad business plan. Do not pay your customers. Pay your employees. So I would just suggest starting out in your spare time, trying to sell on eBay, Instagram, stuff like that, and see how that goes. And then if you're good at it and you can collect amass a lot of comics, then yeah, you might want to start thinking about opening up a local shop. But to start off, I would just sell out of your house. Let's see, Inside UFO answer is. So AG Surfer, oh, sorry, Inside UFO, another question. All right, awesome. Do you use a scale to weigh your stuff you use? Yes, I do have a scale. Hopefully I'm not trying to do this. Yes, I bought this it's a kitchen scale. I bought this at Walmart. I think it was like $12. So yeah, yes, I definitely have a scale to weigh stuff. And that's another thing. Shipping, you can get eat up with shipping fees. So just the other day, I had the wife get me some boxes. She got me the wrong box. See, it says medium flat rate box. You don't want to do that. You're paying $15 no matter what you put in there. You want to get the box that doesn't have anything on it. If you're going to ship, this is what I ship my slab books in. I always ship them priority mail, and this will save you about $7 or $8 every time you ship them. Usually one slab book will weigh in this box between 1 pound to 2 pounds. So a 1 pound box will be about $7 shipped to California. And the other box is $13 no matter where you ship it or how much you got in there. That's why it's a flat rate box. So, and you can get the postal service to ship those right to your door. Just go to USPS.com and find the supplies you need. Also, sorry. These are good for shipping. Again, you can get these free on USPS.com. These are padded flat rate envelopes. I think these are $6 shipped anywhere. As long as they can fit in here, it's $6. And it's padded, so it offers a little bit of extra protection for your comics. So that's another way you can save money is on shipping. Let's see. So Ian said, you feel an AG surfers. Next question is getting paid easy, and is it just credit or can you cash out? It's getting paid easy. Yes, PayPal. You definitely have to have a PayPal account. That's by far the easiest way to get paid, and it's easy to cash out. Yeah, it just links to your bank account. It takes about a day to get to from PayPal to you, and you can transfer stuff from your PayPal to your bank account. Link those two together. Tat asked, how much do you send out? Not sure. How much do you send out? I'm not sure what he means by how much do I send out. It depends on the day or how much weekly stuff. Like Sunday, I sold, I don't know how much I sold on Sunday. It was a lot. But I'm going for my Holy Grail, which ends tomorrow night. So hopefully I can get that by selling a lot of books. And that's another thing. You can't become attached to your books. I know a lot of us are. I know it's hard to get rid of books, but if you see a deal, you just got to go for it. Got to be able to let go of that book and ship it all. As you see, most of my wall behind me is pretty much bare because I sold a lot on Sunday, just because I want to go for my Grail. And I have no issues. I don't have a problem with me being able to obtain the books I sold again. So how much I send out? Yeah. NCID Ocho says, yeah, AJ and I are going to ask how good, easy it is to do the money transaction. I mean, I deal mainly through eBay, so it's very easy. I've never had issues. They do charge fees. That's the main thing with eBay is their fees, and PayPal charges a fee as well if they pay with credit card. So any book you buy and you're going to sell on eBay, you might as well already say that you're going to lose 15% right there. So you're only going to gain 85%. So if you buy a comic for $3 at your local comic book shop, it's worth $30 on eBay. It's going for $30. You sell it for $30, you're only going to get 85% of that. So that's another fee you got to look into. You got to look into books that are worth flipping. Some books are not worth it. Like if you buy a book for $3, but it's only selling for $10, by the time you pay the eBay fees and the PayPal fees, you've only made $3 maybe. And that's just not worth it. Once you put it in, if you do comic book mailers like I do, that's another $1 per comic that you're adding on to it. So if I can't make at least $20 on a comic, I'm not even going to worry about flipping it. It's just not worth it with the fees and the packaging and the time and the tape and the packaging and all that stuff, it's just not worth it. See if there's any other questions. I was going to ask, I don't know who's getting married. Let's go on eBay and the seller disappeared. Yeah, Inside UFO, like I said, I bought mine at Walmart. It was $10 for the scale. It's called a kitchen scale. It measures up, I don't know how, but it's plenty enough for comics. I would guess it goes up to 10 pounds. If you're shipping 10 pounds, then that's a lot of books. Tats, how much would you charge for shipping? How do you give a good deal if they buy a big lot off you? I charge actual shipping, like eBay does that pretty well, and I can weigh it on my scale. If I don't know, if I'm selling off of eBay, like on Instagram or with or Facebook, I usually say free shipping, just because shipping is not going to be that big a deal, and you're avoiding the eBay fees, so it kind of offsets each other. So you're not paying the 10% eBay fee, but you're giving free shipping, which shipping is going to be like $6 usually. So you're pretty much a wash with not having to pay the eBay fees and not paying. So I usually just do the free shipping if I'm selling off of eBay. That way I don't have to worry about, trying to calculate where they live and how much it is. But you can do that if you want. USPS is USPS.com. You can put in a weight and it'll give you a guesstimate of how much it would cost to ship a book to whatever zip code they are. And if they're buying a big lot off me, yes, I do give a good deal if they're buying lots. It's just like Costco or any other place like that. If they're buying in bulk, you give them a discount, yes. It depends on how much of a discount. I mean, I don't know what they're buying, how much they're buying. If they're buying high-end books, then I'll try to give them like a 10 to 15% discount, just because, if they're spending $1,000, whatever, then, what's $50 when they're spending $1,000? How many packages do I send out a day? Sorry, Dad. Okay. It just varies. Like, it depends on how hot the book is and how much stuff I have on eBay or whatever. Like Sunday, I think I sent out probably 10, 12 packages on Sunday. That's just because I wanted to get rid of stuff pretty quickly, and they're pretty sought after books. So they've sold pretty quickly. It didn't really take much for them to sell it. I think I listed most of them on Sunday morning, and they were gone by Sunday night. So it just depends. Like, it varies daily. Like today I packed up one that I'm sending off to I packed up two. One I'm selling on eBay and one I'm sending to Murphinator. We're doing a trade. So that's another thing, like trades. Definitely get into trading if you can. You always have a book that somebody wants, and somebody always has a book that you want. So I would get on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and just get to know the people and do some trading. J. Rod Ham, what's up, Jared? He says, how often do you go hunting in order to start the flipping process to acquire the books you're wanting? I go hunting probably once a week, and that is usually to my half-price bookstore, which that's another key point that I wanted to bring up. You need to know your local area, get to know your local LCSs, get to know them personally, ask them how their kids are, if they're married, and say, hey, if you have certain books in, please give me a call first. I would like to come in and see if you get a huge lot in. I'd love to come in and go through them first. And most of the time they'll do that for you. So just get to know them personally. But don't be fake about it, though. Seriously. I mean, if you don't want to get to know them personally, then don't try to be fake. But I go about once a week. just to see what's out there. If I don't find something within like 2 weeks, I kind of get off of that LCS for like a month, just to let them restore, so the items haven't been picked through. But definitely my half price books, I go there probably once a week because they turn over their inventory pretty regularly and they have such great deals that, that's where I get most of my books I flip. Key Issue Comics says, my friend is getting rid of a lot of his Marvel and DC key issues to get obscure Golden Age books with characters that would never appear in movies or TV. What do you think of this strategy? Ooh. It just goes back to whatever he wants to do. I mean, if he's collecting them to keep them in his personal collection, then that's fine with me. I mean, I have no problems with that. But if I don't see an investment opportunity, unless it's a book I'm keeping, like I will never get rid of that Wolverine book. That's a book that's never going to leave my personal collection. It's just like, if he's keeping them for his personal collection, then that's fine. But if he's keeping them to flip them, I don't know if that's a wise decision. But again, I'm not a Golden Age or a Silver Age for that matter of fact to connoisseur, so I don't really know. I would just say if that's what he wants to do, then it's his money. So do whatever he wants to with it. But from a flipping strategy, I would say that's not very good, because if they're never going to appear in movies or TV, then the mainstream media or the mainstream people who are not in this community will never know about them, and the popularity is not going to go up, and therefore the value of their comics are not going to go up. So, but if that's what he wants to do, just to keep them, then hey, more power to him, man. What up, Big E? Let's see. Sorry. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Freddie says he's super attached to all his books. Then that's fine. Yeah. All right. It is really difficult to get rid of some books sometimes. Like I sold my my first Miles Morales 9.8 on Sunday, and that was hard to get rid of. My Batman Adventures 12 was hard to get rid of, but somebody offers you a great deal, you just got it. Sometimes you just can't pass it up. So, and especially if you're going after your Grail book, which I'm trying to do tomorrow. So, yeah, you just got to do it. So you can also sell on Instagram. Yeah, I list things on Instagram. I don't have much luck with Instagram for some reason. I'm starting to get better. I guess it depends on how many followers you have. I've tried to do raffles like everybody else is doing, but nobody ever bites, or it takes too long. So I do sell a little bit on Instagram, but not as much as eBay. eBay is that's where I usually go, because that's the world's largest comic book store. So it's pretty easy to sell a book on eBay, especially if you have a hot book or a sought after book. Inside EFO is the leader in the clubhouse for questions tonight so far. He says, any tips as a seller to avoid getting burnt by crafty buyers, those sneaky bastards, like putting buyer pay, return shipping, disclaimers you use? How do you explain your grading? I know some use general grading terms and some are more specific. How do I get burnt by crafty buyers? I usually don't get burnt by crafty buyers because I know my stuff. Like that's why I think it's important for you to have a niche. You need to know your stuff. You need to know like what you have, and you need to know what it's worth. So eBay's, that's where I go. That to me is the market. Like if I need to know a value of a book, I go to eBay. I don't go to any other site. So I don't usually get burnt by crafty buyers, because I have been burnt on some books that I set up as auctions that do like a 7-day auction, and they don't sell for what I thought the book was worth. So I don't do auctions anymore. I do I set the book for what the minimum I would, for the like the highest I would like to sell it, and then I do a best offer. So, and then we sort of work out where I think the middle ground where I want to sell the book or would feel comfortable selling the book. So I usually don't get burnt by crafty buyers, if that's what you're asking. And he says, like putting buyer pays return shipping. I usually, if it's a graded book, I say no returns on shipping because it's a graded book unless it gets damaged, but you have insurance for that. So grading, I don't say what my grade is. I put lots and lots of pictures, and I say, determine your own grade, or see pictures for grade, or if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll send you more pictures. But lots and lots of pictures, especially the corners, the back, especially the spine of the book. I don't do so much of the interior because I don't like to flip it open, because sometimes you can damage the spine when you flip a book open, so I don't do that. But that's what I do. I don't put grades on my book because grading is subjective. Even if you sent the same book to all 3 grading services, it's highly unlikely they're going to come back the same grade. So I don't do that. Hi, Freddie Chisel. Thanks, Rob. Yep, hopefully tomorrow. Tat asks, where do you get your prices when you go to sell your slab book? eBay. That's where I get my prices. I get my prices on everything. Do you use GPA? My GPA is not very good. Biggies. I think my GPA was like 3.5, and I went through grad school. I don't know. I'm not sure. I really don't know what GPA is. Maybe you can explain that to me. Yeah, so biggies, if you can ask that question in a layman's terms, not use such big acronyms like GPA, that would be nice. Maybe I should visit your eBay. Yeah, come on. And if you see something on my eBay page, hit me up. I'll work with you outside eBay, because I don't want to pay the fees either, so just let me know. Correct. I agree with Rob. Yeah, letting the book speak for itself. Yeah, that's correct. I agree with that. So what else do I wanted to say? I hope I'm not boring you guys. I hope I'm giving you something to go off of. I think the biggest thing is not spending outside your means. And always try to work up, like sell a book for $20, go out and buy something that's $10 that you can sell for $30. So now you're working your way up. And it may take you a while to get to wherever you want to be, but eventually you'll get there. So just keep at it. It's can be frustrating sometimes. It can be deterring, but it's also fun. Just have fun with it. Don't try to keep up with everybody else's what they have. Collect what you want. Because at the end of the day, it's just comic books, and this market is not going to last forever. I see a bubble coming not pretty quickly, but it's going to come. These prices are getting ridiculous for some of these books that are, just for the cover, or variants are coming out every day with craziness ratios. These Venom variants that just came out, I'm not buying any of them. Sorry, I bought 2 of them. Sorry, 3 of them. I bought all 26. But no, anything that I know is not going to be worth something that's a pre-sale, I don't buy it unless I just really extremely like the cover, which is what I did with those Venom variants. I bought the Clayton Crane one. Sorry, Biggies is schooling me here, dropping some knowledge. He says, great point analysis. It's a problem that tracks all sold slabs from eBay, Comic Connects, and Heritage auctions. It rounds off the average sold price to help you determine dollar value. Holy shit. Never knew that. I obviously don't use it because I had no idea what the hell it was. I use eBay. I really don't care about anything else. Yeah, I use eBay. I go and I look at sold items and I try to look at auctions because buy it nows or best offers, you don't know what the hell they sold it for really. Unless you just ask the seller what they sold it for. But I try to look for auctions for sold items. And sometimes that can be misleading because I've heard of, cases where people will bump up the bids just to get it up there. So I look for like 2 or 3 that have been sold and see how long it's taken those 2 or 3 to be sold. And then try to do an average of those. But I use eBay. That's what I use. I don't use anything else. I wouldn't even not even know how to do all that stuff. Big E's is maybe he should do an episode of how to do a GPA. Let's see. Yeah, I agree, Rob. Yeah, you gotta have fun with it. Collect the things you want because once this thing busts, everybody's going to be stuck with their comics, and if you don't like what you have, it's going to be like, damn it, I just pissed money away. So I'm trying to think of something else like I wanted to say. Sorry, I'm not very good at articulating shit sometimes, so I apologize that. And I said like a shit ton. Should play a drinking game with how many times I've said be hammered like 20 minutes. So I'm trying to think of something else. If you guys have any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. I try to be upfront with you guys. I tell you what I pay for books, what I sell for books. I've lost a lot. I've gained a lot. Correct. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, you never know what they actually sold it for if it says best offer. So unless you specifically ask the seller, you'll never know what they sold it for. Oh man. So yeah. Thanks, AG. Hope this wasn't too boring. Damn it. I cannot stop saying what the hell? So you guys have any other questions? Any specific questions you want to know? Or anything I that you think I do or don't do? I guess the main thing would be yes, just get to know your local area. I know it's hard. Like I don't live in a huge city, but it's probably like a average size city. So just get to know your area, your local comic book shops. If there's any used bookstores, Craigslist is another one. Yeah, Rob. Have you? Oh, sorry, Ray. I have another question. It says, "Hey, have you tried to crack a PG, CBCS, and graded CGC and flip? I think that is a trend that is happening." No, because by the time I crack open a book and resubmit it to get graded to CGC, that's 3 friggin' months I have to wait, and that's the 10% you're going to gain on selling a book versus PGX, or the 10 to 15% you're going to gain. You've lost in the time value of money. So no, I don't do that. If it comes graded, I flip it graded. I send it off to PGX, CBCS. I don't send off to CGC because I don't have a membership with CGC. I don't believe in paying a company a fee for me to use their services. I think that's crap. So I don't use CGC. I buy CGC books if they have a good deal. But I don't crack them open and send them off to CGC to get graded because the wait time on them is just ridiculous. I think the last book I submitted was my Captain Marvel. It took almost 6 months to get my books back. And if you're trying to flip a book and it takes 6 months, you've lost it. You'll never get that book flipped. It's just not gonna. That hot book is cold as ice now, so that's gone. If you do find, the only books I would recommend getting graded, if you're going to flip them. Now, if you're getting graded and keeping your personal collection, grade or whatever the hell you want. But the only books that need to be submitted for grading are going to be that you're going to flip will be your high demand books, like your first appearances, your super rare variants, anything that's not going to lose value by the time it takes for someone to get graded. So that's just my opinion. You can do a fast pass with CBCS. They are very quick in my experience with them, but it is pricey. It's going to be like $50 a book. So you got to Frost. All right, Frost. Thanks for. I thought you were at work. Anyways, so yeah, flipping books with hot books with CGC is hard to do unless like you said, unless it's a high demand book or super rare variant. It's not going to lose its value. Biggie says, "Oh, sorry. Thanks for the compliment, Biggies. My eBay store name is I'll just type it in the chat. I made it up when I was in college, so it's pretty stupid, but I've kept it forever. That's my eBay store name. It's just $Monk. All right, see you later, you inside. Have a happy new year, man. Let's see if there's any other questions. So got that one. All right, so set up an eBay account. All right, AG says, so set up an eBay account, get PayPal, no returns, watch your shipping costs. Look at eBay and PayPal fail. Takes a lot to picture books and watch eBay prices. Yes. Set up, and another thing is set up notifications on your phone. So, you can see what's newly listed. You can find some good deals there. Sometimes people list stuff they don't know what they have, and you can just buy it right there. So that's a good thing. I look at my listings, my saved listings, probably 3 times a day, usually on my lunch break before I go to bed, and sometimes in the morning when I wake up. So you just have to be diligent about it and have a passion for it, and it's pretty good. It's pretty fun stuff. Stop saying for the love of God. Holy shit, there I go again. Bubble wrap versus peanuts. I use bubble wrap. I don't even know where to buy peanuts. Does anybody know where to buy peanuts? I have no idea. Can you talk a little more about the break-even Batman 12 you mentioned earlier in the vid? Any lessons you learn or can pass on? Yes, my Batman Adventures 12, I found in my used bookstore like a 7 to 7.5 grade for $1. So I bought it for $1, sold that for, I think it was 200. I sold that for. Then I found a very high grade quality raw copy on eBay for 500. So I bought that. So now I'm $300 into the book, right? I send that off to get graded PGX. That cost me $20. Let's just say 25 for shits and giggles. So now I'm $325 into the book, right? So I get that back, and I sold it Sunday for $575. So $575 I sold it for, minus eBay fees of 10% of that is $50. So down to $525 minus 5% for PayPal fees. So now I'm down, let's say $500. So actually, I made profit on that one, about $175, roughly. So that's any lessons you can learn or pass on. Yeah, know your books. Know that they had it in the children's section of their comic book shop. So I went over there and I found the run of Batman Adventures, and I was like, holy shit, there's a Batman Adventures 12. So just know what you're looking for, know what's out there, know where to look. Um, so, and hopefully find a good deal. Staples. Is that where you buy peanuts? Staples? I never went in that store. I buy ink from Staples. It's about all I buy from Staples. Yeah, CGC's wait time is redonkulous. I was going to say something else, but done fucking forgot. And I cuss a lot. I'm sorry. So I'll give you guys a live what I'm doing right now at this moment. I am looking to buy. Let's see, so I can see myself. So I bought this book, this Superior Spider-Man 9.2, about a month ago, I guess, for $220. I am going to be putting that up for sale because I'm going to buy a raw copy, which is signed, same book by J. Scott Campbell for $175. So I'm trying to. That's how I break even. So now I bought this raw book for $175. Hopefully, I can sell this for like $250, hopefully. So shipped minus eBay fees, I'm looking at $220. Time I get that one graded, certified, I'm looking at breaking even roughly. So there's a live. I'm doing that right now on the phone. So let me see. So there's just an example of how to flip something that you already have to buy something that may be a higher grade. And this book is really nice, looks like from the pictures. So just giving you a live example of what I'm doing exactly right now. I shouldn't have a problem selling that because that's a super, not a rare variant, but that's a sought after variant. Sorry, I'm emailing this seller right now. So yeah, that's, just an example of how to do this little game we call flipping. And be patient. That's another thing. Just be patient, you guys. Don't overspend. Do not overspend for money. I overspent on that book right there. That J. Scott Campbell. Totally overspent. That's another example of not doing your homework, not doing your research. It said 1 in 100 for $30, $35. 1 in 100 J. Scott Campbell variant. So I'm like, fuck yeah, that's a sick cover. 1 in 100 for $35. Bought it right there. Now they're selling on eBay for like $20. So, win some, you lose some. It's because 1 in 100 is not that rare for that book because I didn't know the first cover was selling for 25 cents. So 100 books is 25 cents, $25. So everybody's got that cover. So yeah, just that's another thing. Do your homework. Know what's going on with it. I am drinking some wine, J-Rod. Sorry, classy glass too. I thought if I get a little, a little alcohol in me, I'd be a little more lively than the monotone crap I usually do when I'm sober. Another question is, who takes care of your pressing and cleaning needs, or you don't worry about that? I do have a presser. It is called, let me give him a shout out. I try to use James O'Brien. He's really good, but I contacted him yesterday and he is booked up for like a month. So I need some books pressed really quick. And Tu Mua, I don't know, everybody probably knows Tu. He suggested, what was that guy's name? Shit. The no, that's not it. The comic book presser. So it's the comicbookpresser.com. I'm going to give him a try. Tu says he's really good, so I'll give him a shot. I sent out some books today because I'm going to get those pressed and get them graded. I'm going to get one signed by Adam Hughes at Dallas Comic Con that Jared Phillips said he would get signed for me, so I'll get that signed and graded there. Another question is, what you flipping more now, Marvel, DC, Image, Indie? I flip whatever the hell I can flip. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Anything that's hot that I can flip really quick, I'm flipping it. But mainly, I flip variants, so whatever they come in, I really don't care. A lot of indie variants are not. I don't know. That's more of Rob Wise guys. He would know more about indie variants than I do. I stick to the mainstream stuff because I find that's a little easier to flip than the indie stuff, just because everybody knows who Wolverine is, but not the mainstream doesn't know what's going on with, say, Monstrous or indie stuff like that. Hillbilly mainstream people who are buying these things on eBay really don't know what's going on with those, but everybody knows who Wonder Woman is or Superman or But yeah, hit up Rob Wise guy. He knows a lot, way more than I'll ever know about indie stuff and rare variants with that. So maybe he can do a live stream with what's to get with the indie stuff. They sell all packing supplies. I may have to check those out. I buy all my. Oh, that's another thing. Sorry, Amazon.com. Hopefully you have Prime, Amazon Prime. Use them to buy my packing supplies, my comic mailers, my lights, my bag and boards, and they come within 2 days. They come on Christmas Eve. I was like, what the hell? I just bought them on Thursday and they were delivered on Saturday, and I was like, what shit? That's awesome. So apparently I was right about the indie stuff. Rob was agreeing with me. Thanks, Rob. I like it when sometimes I'm right. It's like a blind dog or blind squirrel finding a nut. Sometimes it happens. Oh, no problem. I always watch your videos, Rob, because I sometimes I need to know what's going on in the indie scene. I read more indie books than I do mainstream, just because they have better stories, to be honest with you. Hillbilly's awesome. Lazarus is awesome. The only mainstream book I read is a Spider-Man. The Miles Morales Spider-Man. That's the only main book I read. I did like Justice League versus Suicide Squad, so I'm going to continue that. But that's only a 6-issue series, I think. So, oh yeah, thanks for stopping by, Tat, man. Thanks. Hopefully, I answered some questions and learned something. But sorry. You guys have any other questions? Holy shit, I've been talking for 50 minutes. I just don't want to keep this too long. If you guys have any specific questions, please feel free to ask me. I will definitely answer them. And I'm going to try better this year by telling you guys what I buy stuff for and how I get it. I usually don't do that in my videos just because me and the wife are, talking about who knows what the hell we're talking about sometimes. But I'll try to be more diligent about that, more vigilant about that, tell what I've sold stuff, how I acquired this book, what I paid for it, how I did it. Like right now, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm about $300 in the hole just with grading, packaging, eBay fees. God, eBay fees are atrocious. Pressing supplies. So right now I'm about $300 in the hole. I'm not buying any books till I make up that $300, which means I probably won't buy any books until my CGC submission comes back, probably February, which is fine because I will be in tax season anyway, so I won't have time to do much a lot, unless I just see some crazy deal that I can flip pretty easily. Rob says, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one and only people looking for. Yeah. You and Merkel the Mouth are the only people I know who are looking for the super rare indies. But yeah, it'd be awesome to see some stuff. AG Surfer wants to see my Mary Jane Venom sketch. Yeah, sure, I'll show it. I always like showing off books. So I bought this off eBay for $120. I was the only person who bid on it, which I don't understand. I'm guessing they didn't know who Joe Quiones was. Is my only guess why it wasn't bidded on. But yeah, its glare is serious. Yeah, but this is an original sketch by Joe Quiones and signed by Joe Quiones. If you guys don't know who that is, that's the he did the Amazing Spider-Man 678 variant, which is like $1,000 to $1,500 book. But Mary Jane and Venom is who's on the cover of that book. So I was like, hell, if I can get an original for $120, I'll just do that. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yep. Is that good enough, Tat? You want to see anything else? Mary Jane. Rob's like, hey, who's got the Mary Jane? Yeah, Joe Quiones did the original cover for Spider-Man 678 variant. Yeah. So I'm guessing that's why it didn't sell. Oh, what a Gamma Comics. Holy bejesus. Hell has frozen over. He's alive. Yeah, sorry. I just thought Gamma's name and I lost my train of thought because I talk to him on Hangouts, but I don't usually see him on here. So that's good. Looks like maybe the baby's asleep, maybe, or something. Sorry, I need to cough. So you guys have any other specific questions? It's 54 minutes. I don't know what else to say. I'll answer I'll stay on here as long as you want me to and answer any specific questions you guys might have. But if anybody can cure me from saying hum every friggin' 3 seconds, I will pay you $50 because this is ridiculous. I hate that I can't see myself while I'm talking to you guys because I'm having to try to answer questions and look at myself, but it's like Undisputed Frost. I thought he was at work. Oh, that was a long time ago. Sorry. Everybody's liking gammas here. Yeah, it's been a while, man. So if there's no any other questions, I think I'm gonna. I wish. I don't know why I'm saying every 3 seconds. I'm nervous as shit, I guess. Oh, okay. Another question. I think we got a leader in the house with the questions. Are you flipping? Are you mostly flipping on eBay or CGC chat board or anything like that? I'm mostly flipping on eBay, just because it's way simpler to flip on eBay, in my opinion. It's definitely the world's largest comic book store, so everybody's on it. I can upload shit from my phone. I can just take pictures on my phone, upload it on the app, and I'm done. CGC message boards, that's just too time consuming, in my opinion. There's the again. Holy hell. And are you listing auction style listings or buy it now or best? I usually do best offers. I do buy it now or best offers is what I usually do. I don't do auctions because sometimes you won't get the price you think you're going to get, and plus you have to last for at least, I think the minimum you can do is 3 days. So now you're waiting 3 days. But if you list something that's really hot for a best offer, say, that detective 850 I found the other day for $3, I could put it up on eBay right now for $30 or best offer and probably sell it within 2 or 3 hours, and I don't have to wait 7 days for an auction to end. Sometimes auctions are better. I mean, if you got a high price super rare variant or a first appearance of Punisher graded 9.2, sometimes you'll get a ridiculous amount of a higher price by selling it by auctions, just because people get into that competitive bidding war that they do, that the human mind is. It's like, damn it, I'm gonna own this, so I'll overpay. And then so sometimes you can win with auctions, but I've never had that experience. I always either lose money or I don't get the money I thought I was going to get. So I usually just do buy it now or best offer. Bruce wants to know, what was the worst book you tried to flip but was a total bust? Oh man, there's been so many. Like, I can't think of the worst book I've tried to flip. I've had a lot where I thought was going to be like a hot book, and I tried to flip it, and it never worked out. And it just sat there and sat there and sat there. Or I waited too long, and it sat there and sat there. Like that Detective 850, I think I'm going to wait too long. I think I've missed the boat on that, maybe. I thought about sending it off to CBCS to get graded, but I may have missed the boat on that. So I don't know what's the worst I've tried to flip. That's a good question. I'll let you know in the next video. I'll have to think about that. There's been so many. Like, just in the last 2 years I've been doing this, trying to learn how to flip. Yeah, there's been so many. But yeah, I'll let you know. That's a good question, Bruce. I'll let you know in the next video I do. Just so I can have time to think about what's the worst when I've tried to flip them, definitely busted at. I've also overpaid for books, so I'm not by any means an expert, but for this past year, all those books you saw, I don't have anything invested, so I flipped enough to buy all those, which is, that's what I like to collect, and that's what I bought, so I thought that was pretty good. So I don't know why I keep getting this pop-up. Okay, I'll have to do that later. All right, so if there's no any questions, we've been doing this for an hour. I hope this was informative. I hope you learned something. Yeah, The Walking Dead 150. Yeah, everybody lost that. Yes, I will try to. This is my first live show, Gamma. I will try to definitely upload this. But yeah, I would definitely do that. The 150, one per store, Bruce. Yeah, I think everybody lost their shit on that one. I didn't buy one of those because I tried to find one, but I didn't find one, so I didn't. Luckily, that was one of the ones I missed. But yeah, I'll definitely let you know in the next video, Bruce. Oh, no problem, AG. I hope I help somebody, at least somebody out there. And if you guys ever have any questions, please just hit me up, and I'll be honest with you guys as best I can, and I'll let you know. I'm gonna try to, like I said earlier, I'm gonna be more vigilant about trying to be more open about what I've bought. Oh, we got another question. Thanks, Rob, for stopping by. Wait. All right, I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting. Are you going to flip the Saga 41 Recall Edition? No, I probably missed the boat on that one too. I haven't been hunting. I'm going to go on Monday, but I haven't been hunting this week, and I think that come out on Wednesday, I'm guessing. So I probably missed the boat on that. Yeah, they're probably dried up by now. I mean, if you're gonna try to find a recall variant, you gotta be pretty much on the ball with those. That's another thing. Sorry, websites, comicbookinvest.com. I look at that every day just to see what they think is going to be a hot book. They're pretty good. I recommend those people. Yeah, Bruce, if I find it, I'll let you know, man. I promise. Like I said, I'm going out Monday to go hunting, but they'll probably be dried up by then, I would think. But if I find one, I'll definitely let you know. But yeah, the errors are going for about $10 to $15 right now. So if you can find one for cover, that's within a reasonable amount of return, I think, to sell them, especially when you find multiple copies. I would say comicbookinvest.com is a good one. I use that one a lot every day. If you find a book that's they list as in their top 10 hot books, and you have it, just watch eBay. Their prices are going to go up. Everybody, and so that's a good way to flip as well. So yeah, there you go. So go hit them up, man. You can. You better do it quick though. I think that book is going to be fizzled out pretty quickly. So yeah, that's all I have. Unless you guys have any questions, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching, supporting our channel. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy New Year. And I'll let you know if I get my grail tomorrow on Sunday. So if I can figure out how to end this show, I will do that. I don't know how to do that. Probably should be a stop button somewhere. Damn it. So, there we go. Stop broadcast. Look at that. All right. See you guys.